Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Adam and Victoria.
Hi.
This is Open Late. We're unboxing some toys tonight. We are looking at some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we got for Christmas. I got my Super 7 TMNT Ultimates. Victoria, what did you get?
I don't know. I don't know what brand it is.
Uh-huh.
But I got Mikey, Michelangelo, and Foot Clan.
So because we got the same characters, I got Michelangelo and the Foot Soldier, we decided to open them together. Well, we didn't decide that. You decided that, right?
Yes.
Right. All right. So who should we open first?
Mikey.
Mikey. All right. Let's get to opening. Do you want to show the box on yours first, and then I'll show the box on mine?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. You got picture on the back. You got the figure in the front. What else we got?
All of them on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then this plane on that side.
Mm-hmm.
And then same stuff goes for this. But just it's one Foot Clan. And then the same stuff. But then it's a different thing on the back.
And what's on the back?
It's the stuff that comes with it. And the person itself. And the figure itself with a weapon in its hand.
All right. Well, why don't you get opening Michelangelo while I show the box for mine? So, because we've got the Super 7 TMNT Ultimates, as usual, we get the outer brown cardboard shipper box, which is not terribly exciting. There's a bunch of legalese on there, you know, Viacom, Jones Ninja Turtles, Super 7, Nickelodeon, so on and so forth. Michelangelo there on the front. I'm not going to do the cardboard box for the Foot Soldier because that's boring and it takes up too much time.
I can't open it.
There you go. You got it. As usual, inside the box, we get the plastic bag.
With the special box.
Mm-hmm. And then on the inside, we get the standard Ninja Turtles box. Michelangelo's name down below there, the green that we're very much used to, the manhole cover there. Michelangelo does have sort of the classic vintage figure Michelangelo face with that unique mouth, and then the nunchucks, one on either side, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the back. We take off the slip cover, as we always do. How satisfying is that?
That's
slow.
That looks satisfying, but I've never done that, so I don't know.
I'll let you do the next one. Then we get Michelangelo. Now mine has a bunch of the accessories loose in the bottom. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully they're all still in there. I'm not that worried about it.
Your hand, so it's down there somewhere.
I think there's a hand missing. The weapons rack fell down.
Yeah, it's down there.
But I think it's all in there. It looks to me like they just forgot some of the tape, so that's not the end of the world. But pretty cool looking figure. I'm really looking forward to getting this guy open because the face sculpts especially are pretty fun. And then we get the little bio, the Michelangelo bio. Feel free to pause it if you want to read that. I've yet to read any of them. But anyway, that's Michelangelo. Then we have the Foot Soldier. So he gets the Foot Soldier manhole cover. There's the little blade, the knife blade that comes in the box, which we'll get to when we get them open. Foot Soldier on the front. Ninja Turtles on the back in the villainous purple that all the villains come in. Do you want to slide that out? You just got to hold on. No, don't. Here, let the bottom slide out. Just hold on to the purple part.
Satisfying. That's
That's cool.
Oh,
right?
Wow. That's an interesting pose that it's in. Very interesting.
So there we get the Foot Soldier with his full loadout. You know, Ninja Turtles logo on the front there again. The Foot Soldier bio, I guess, on the back.
Which is weird. This is weird. That's weird.
A foot?
It's a foot soldier, so it has to have a foot somewhere.
That makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
They don't get that it has to be on their face. Could it just be on their chest?
Well, you would have to ask the people that came up with the design, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Michelangelo out of the package?
Yeah, he's right here and ready to go.
Are you going to pop him out of the tray?
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead. Help me.
You got it.
I'm gonna start with the figure. Here you are, Father.
Make sure that everything comes out.
All right. Okay. Okay, this thing is big. That's big. I haven't even watched the original cartoon, so I don't know how these are supposed to be.
Now, which version of Ninja Turtles have you seen?
The newest.
Do you know what it's called?
No. Ninja Turtle Rising?
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Would you believe that there's lots of people that don't like that version of the Ninja Turtles?
Wait, what?
Exactly. That's how I feel too.
Who people of Ninja Turtles who like Ninja Turtles don't like one version of Ninja Turtles, but then they like all the rest? Like, I don't get that.
Different people have different tastes.
Yeah, that's true. Should we show the figures at the exact same time?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You're ahead of me, so tell us a bit about that turtle.
I think that it's like the third version.
Oh, there's been lots of versions.
Yeah, I know, but this looks like the real 3D version.
So that looks like the vintage animation inspired design.
Yeah. Because of it's all. It doesn't have that much detail, but we're gonna get to the other one that does have a lot of detail.
You mean mine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the pizza is very interesting.
You want to show that?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But on the top, it has that. That's the top. That's the bottom, plain white. And then there's a piece of pepperoni right there, which is actually just painted on. And then there's this. A pizza.
So is there anything more about your figure that you want to talk about?
No, I kind of just want to go ahead and talk about the weapon.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So just like my dad, I have this, but instead it's like all out. So that's pretty cool. But then his is just sort of fabric-y more. It's sort of like a yo-yo more. It's more like a yo-yo than it is for me.
There's a string. I don't know if you can make out the string there, but yeah, mine's on a string. Yours is on a sort of a peg, which is actually kind of handy because then you can
sort of actually latch onto something easier. It's easier. I can't speak today.
I think you need to go back to school. You've had too much vacation time.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the rest of the accessories out?
Do you want me to?
Yep.
Okay, I will.
You take it all out.
Actually,
Tell us all about it.
So here's the process I've gone through for Donnie and I can't say this. I can't speak anymore.
It's when you're on camera, that's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not as easy as you think it looks.
It's pretty easy, just I can't speak.
So which figures did you already open?
I've opened Donnie, Donatello,
and Shredder.
Yeah. I like Shredder. He's just
So why don't you show everybody what you're doing there?
I'm trying to put on this. I can't quite get it.
So he's got a strap that goes on his back. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll try to do it for you. So they come with the attachments for the back. So the turtles themselves are all the same. So Donatello is effectively the same figure as this, with just different colored pads. And I can't remember if he has a slightly different head sculpt. Different head sculpts. Okay, you can speak up. You're on the video. But then the belts, they come with sort of a second piece, which comes in the bubble, and they're unique to each turtle for sort of the weapons that they carry. So Michelangelo, of course, comes with
they're all unique.
This one to fit.
They're all
his
unique.
nunchucks.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna try to put his nunchucks in.
Go for it.
First of all, I didn't know that they were called nunchucks, which is interesting. A lot of you do. And some people who just watch Highly Articulated and are really new with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, go check it out. The new verse is on Netflix, so go check that out. So that would be something that you could all look forward to, everybody.
Because you think it's a good show?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent.
I like it too.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best
versions
because that
you like the theme song?
Yeah, I really like the theme song. It's really fun. Good. Nobody can see me. Hello? Hello? Sorry.
What are you trying to do?
Hello?
You need to be a little further back than that. It won't focus that close.
Hello? Hello? I'm going to try to do it down. Hello?
A little bit close. Anyway. All right, so very quickly looking at the accessories that we get for the Super 7 Michelangelo. We, of course, get the multiple hands, which Super 7 is very much known for. I won't show left and right. I'll just show sort of one side. But we get the fist, closed fist. We get sort of the open hand that we're used to seeing. And then we get the gripping hand, the sort of C grip hand, which is interesting because he comes with a C grip hand there. But of course, you get the horizontal versus the vertical hinge. So I'll just grab this guy, pop this out, sort of show you what I'm talking about.
He doesn't have a hand.
No, he doesn't, because I stole his hand. So we get the horizontal hinge on that one, if you can sort of see that, and then the vertical hinge on this one. So you do
Why
get.
are they darker?
They're not a perfect color match. You're right, but they're close enough that I'm not really that worried about it. Plus, for the most part, I'll probably end up using these ones all the time, which is the better match to the figure anyway. But that's a nice addition because, you know, depending on the pose that you're trying to get them in, it's nice to have the vertical versus the horizontal hinge, just so that you have the option one way or the other. I believe that all the turtles have sort of come with that, so that's pretty standard for these guys. They are nunchucks. Then, of course, we get the small pizza cutter. We get the bigger pizza cutter.
Those are pizza cutters?
No, but that's what I call them. I don't know what they're called. They're probably got a name. 2 throwing stars, as well as this thing that also has a very specific name, which I just don't know. These I really like. What I don't like is that they often come curved, and you can sort of see that blade right there is certainly not straight relative to the rest of the weapon. Interesting thing about Michelangelo's is that they all get this gold paint at the end, which is pretty cool, a little bit different. We got a couple sets of nunchucks. We get the rigid ones, which are flexible, but, you know, they'll sort of hold a shape. I'm thinking that if I heat this up, I could probably get it to sort of pose a certain way if I want to as well, which I may try to do at a later date. And then we get these sort of real chain nunchucks as well, which is just a cool addition. So you can get them in slightly more realistic poses as far as that goes. You've got your nunchucks there. Yeah. Yours are more like these ones.
Yeah.
Except yours come pre-posed. So yours come actually kind of pre-curved.
Yeah.
which is interesting.
It's nice.
These would probably do that too, but. And what else? You got some spare hands with yours. You got a spare head with yours as well, didn't you?
Yeah. You did.
I did. Yeah, I know I did.
And I did also get the interesting head sculpture as well. See that? Okay. I'm just doing it in the corner.
We also get these. Normally, I don't even take these out of the box, but this is sort of all the weapons that's sort of vintage inspired on the rack. These I don't. These I leave in the box, to be honest. But because mine came out, I figured why not pull it out and sort of show once you get there. Now, as far as the figure itself, Michelangelo is a more vibrant green than the other turtles. Donatello is kind of an olive. Raphael is sort of your standard green turtle. I believe Leonardo is pretty standard green as well. He's pretty vibrant. He's pretty bright, which kind of matches his personality. So I'm not that fussed. Little glossier. I think I've heard people say that this head sculpt is a little bit glossier than some of the other ones. I wonder if that's.
It is true.
Okay.
It's true.
You know that the whisper gets picked up on the microphone just the same as you talking normal volume. The head's a little bit shiny. I don't really care. I'm easy to please, especially when figures are as fun as these are. But I'm also not going to use that head sculpt. I will be displaying mine with the alternate head, with the sort of open mouth, excitable as Michelangelo is. I mean, I think that's a pretty suitable look for him. So
why do they all have white eyes?
You would have to ask the original designers.
And they probably live in America.
They definitely do live in America.
Nickelodeon is in America.
Well, I don't think they work for Nickelodeon, but anyway, that's the head sculpt on the figure. Great looking figure. Again, you get the nice shading on the front of the shell. There's some. It appears to be some sort of light shading to some of the green, which is nice. As I said, great looking figure. If you're not familiar with the posability, they pose up okay. They're not perfect, but you can get them in some fun poses. So
they can sit.
Yeah, you could get them in a sitting pose if you were so inclined. Let me see. I have my other Michelangelos often posed in. You know what? I'm not going to bother for the sake of time. I'll just have them standing for today.
Okay, time for my interview with all of this.
Yeah, go for it. You don't have to wait.
What I don't like about this figure is that it's not really shaded. It's just really just a big thing of dark green, light, like neon green.
Pretty bright.
It's regular orange, like a neon orange. And then there's different colors for different things. But other than that, I don't like. There's no shading, but yeah, it's a really nice figure. Figure. And I think that you could really have fun with this in like the base or something. It's a really good scale for it, and I think that it's a really good sort of thing.
Do you want to set them up next to mine? You can put yours over here.
The exact same stuff as you.
And then you can open your foot soldier.
I'll do that. I cannot stand him up.
He's got loose knees.
Yes, very much.
And he doesn't want to put his legs any closer together than that.
Come here, head. It will not come out. Come here, head. Please, head. Here we go. Last time, Donnie's head did not want to come out. It did not want to come out. There. Again, this will not be live when you're seeing it, so yeah. Let's go.
Get that foot soldier open.
All right, okay.
While you're opening yours, I will show the tray. So you get the foot soldier, then he gets, you know, his long rifle, this sort of staff that the vintage one came with, this sort of mace type of thing, a couple throwing stars, pistol, a dagger, as well as all the spare hands and the weapons tray, or the weapons sort of rack in the back. Here, I'll flip it over. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that anyway. So.
I'm not gonna bother. Thank you.
What's in your tray?
Something that we don't need. This is who made these things. Give
Yeah.
him a shout out if you want one. Also, this is not sponsored by Ninja Turtles.
Correct. No turtles have sponsored us. No.
So we got the average sword or dagger, whatever you want to call it.
That's a sword.
And it looks like it's sort of folded, like it hit something hard. I like that. See that? I'm just gonna go and review a little bit about the whole sort of thing. I'm gonna just review all the weapons and then go on to the character and hands.
Just the way I do it too. Accessories first.
So we got the staff. Like, if you've ever seen the Ninja Turtles game, you would know this. So, there we go.
Do you remember what color the foot soldier is that has that?
Blue?
I think you're right.
Silver? I'm not sure.
What else you got?
Okay, let's go. I got a Ninja Star that won't come out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it out. These are very easy to lose. Got it? You guys, it's very easy to lose. This is how tiny it is. This is how tiny it is. I have to do this. But this is how tiny it is. This is how tiny it is to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And my hand is very small.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there it goes. So that's how big that thing is. Be ready to see something bigger, but still small. Okay, we're gonna put that thing. Sorry.
It's okay. Anything else?
Yeah, much more.
Yeah, keep going.
My dad is still struggling.
No, I'm doing fine. I'm just letting you have some time here.
It's my second video since, if you have ever seen the video on Christmas Day, you would know me.
That's true.
But there we go. There we got it. There we go. That's good. See that? That is pretty good. Okay, we got that. That's good.
Is that the same as the other one?
No. It has a hole in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the very last accessory, the very famous big giant gunny thing. I don't know what it is. I've just started learning about Ninja Turtles and its history.
And who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
The person who I'm opening. Well, not who I'm opening. The person who I just opened.
Who's that?
Mikey.
Correct. Yep, that's your favorite.
These hands are tiny. Why do they have such tiny hands? It's tinier than my hand. My hand is tiny. You guys, I'm telling you, if you ever run into me, ask me how tiny my hands are. Seriously, they're tiny, 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 tiny. Put your hand against mine. It's tiny.
I think you have small hands because you're 7.
Hey, my friends have much bigger hands, and they're like 7. Some of them are 6. Hey, and then these are the hands. You got the regular gripping hand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Regular gripping hand, you know that. And then you got like the regular.
Where'd it go?
Right here.
You got it?
The regular hello hand. I'm just gonna call it the hello hand. Or like when they're doing it hostage and they try to grab their neck. Okay, that's another one. And then they come on with the regular fist hands. Okay. And they're very skinny. Very skinny. That's so skinny there. Just like me. Yes. If I was a figure, I would be very skinny. Find the skinniest figure you have in your collection, if you do have a collection.
Move on from skinny and small hands. Just talk about the figure.
So that's the figure. The figures themselves are much smaller than the ones that you would usually get. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the figure up close. There we go. Oh, he lost a head. So there we go. And there we go. And then the regular silver that you would usually see in the foot plan. And then the foot on the head. And then there's not much if you have one of these that you wouldn't know about. So I'm just going to let my dad go ahead.
Well, I'll get to the figure in a sec. We'll start with the accessories.
Because he has trouble with his head.
Yeah, this figure I'll show you in a sec. So we get lots of hands as we normally do. So there's like an open sort of cupping hand, I guess, which I think will hold the rifle. We get sort of a martial arts chopping sort of hand, closed fists. We get the open fists on the figure, as well as these other. This has got to be some sort of like martial art pose, type of thing. This is a bit of an odd hand, but poke them in the butt. Sure, you could use that for poking them in the butt. According to a 7-year-old.
Does anybody not know the show Naruto? You know the show.
I do. 2 throwing stars, as is pretty much the norm with just about all of these figures. Then, as we sort of said, from the packaging, you get that dagger, which has got a nice silver paint to it. You get the pistol.
Or gun, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. You get the larger gun, the rifle, which looks really, really good. There's a couple little silver hits as well on the gun there. Don't know if that's going to show up or not, but that looks pretty good. A little bit crooked, so that's going to have to get heated up to get fixed. Then we get the sort of club with a pincher on one end and sort of a mace type thing on the other.
Or like what you want to call it if you do archery. The end of an archery thing.
Well, it's not an arrow.
I know, but it looks like the end of it.
It does. It does sort of look like the fletching on an arrow. But you're right. It does look like that. And then we get this somewhat bent, although it's static and it's not bendy. It's just pre-shaped. This sort of chain mace. And there's a little bit of weathering on the end there as well. Not a ton, but just enough that it doesn't look like just sort of bare plastic. Now, this guy came out of the box with his head off. And for the life of me, I can't get it to go back on. So it's on a ball peg. And that ball peg moves around a fair bit. And it does not want to stay in the right place to go on and And as I said, I just can't get it to stay on.
Hi.
So, articulation wise, this guy is pretty much the same as the turtle. So you get the single jointed elbow, the pivot at the shoulder, or sorry, at the top of the bicep, rotation at the hands, and the hinge at the hands as well. You could get these guys in a very good sort of lurking pose as the vintage figures were. Single jointed knees, plenty of articulation. There's articulation up the hip as well. There is no boot swivel as far as I can tell, but he does get the up and down and the ball joint at the foot. And in Super 7 style, it looks a little bit wet. That's just some lubricant to keep those joints nice and limber. In the case of this head, a little too limber, which is a disappointment. I will have to see if I can get this on, and that might require some heat, which I'm not adverse to. It's just frustrating that out of the box, I cannot get this thing on. Well,
He's headless.
he's headless. Let me see if I can get him to
Hold it.
yeah, be like a zombie Foot Clan. Let's see here.
Like Shredder would be proud.
It's almost like this hand was designed to hold this. It's designed to be a headless Foot Clan. Because that actually
Really holds it.
kind of works. Unfortunately.
That is really cool.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think about your figures?
I'm thinking in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. And is that your favorite turtle? Are you excited to open the others as well?
Yeah. We can't do another video of those, sadly, because he's already opened his of those.
That's true. I have opened most of mine.
But I really want Crane. That is a really sick figure.
Yeah, it is a sick figure. Try to get yours to pose up.
Thank you. His foot was not having it.
Oh.
His foot's not having it.
I'll just tighten this a little. Shaking the whole table. That's what he's falling over. Final thoughts?
Yeah. Should we say something that we like about the other person's, both of their figures, and then?
That's a great idea. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I think Mikey can go first.
Mikey can go first? I don't think Mikey can talk, but.
Well, no, I want Mikey to be like the first person we talk about, and I want you to go first.
Oh, so you want me to talk about your figures first? Yes. Well, I like yours. I like I like what they are. You know, yours are a little less expensive. They're a pretty reasonably priced figure, and for what they are, I think they work pretty well. For a 7-year-old to play with in a turtle lair, you know, set up in their room, I think they're perfect. The accessories look good. The sculpts are good. The Donatello that we got is nice. This one's knees are a little bit loose, but other than that, like, I'd say they're pretty fun. The foot soldier looks good. It's a more upright design. It's a little bit more modernized than the Super 7 one. But the accessories are great, and I think those are going to be fun to pose up with a battle with Shredder and the Foot Clan versus the Turtles. What do you think? Yeah. What about mine? What do you think of mine?
I think that I really like that they're more detailed and that you can really see how angry Mikey can get.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like these because they can move and you can pose them however you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty cool about your Mikey. But then about your foot soldier, that he's dead. He's like Jack Skellington. He can pull off his head.
Sure.
And I really like the the big and all of the articulation in it.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like, the only thing I don't like about both of them is that I'm gonna take mine as an example. If you do this is gonna be off. This is just gonna be off the shoulder a little bit. You can see that it's sort of off the shoulder, which is annoying. And for you, it's very off the shoulder, very off the shoulder.
You're right. It is. I think that's kind of the look. I think that's the design they were going for.
But I also like the
accessories. Yours isn't off nearly as much as mine.
I like the accessories that come with all of them. I think that overall, what's going on with these looks is mostly they want something that kids can play with.
Mm-hmm.
And they want something that doesn't have that much articulation, but a very good amount of articulation. And that's what I like about these figures. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I'll try to get them in frame here again.
That's good for me.
Oh, those knees. I'm going to have to fix those. Yeah. All right. I think we're done here. Do you want to send us out?
Yeah. We're gonna get to bed pretty soon here. So if you got we're not gonna be doing this when you watch this. It's not gonna be live. So just wanted to wrap that up. So this is Highly Articulate. I'm his daughter Victoria, and I'll see you next time. Which I probably won't. I probably won't.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Till next time. Bye-bye.